I am Hans and this is my channel. Thank you guys for watching today. We're back in the garage and we've got another motorcycle to unbox. This is a 125 pit bike. This is a new one from the guys that brought us the X-Pro stuff. So this is an X-Pro bike. I think it's called the Titan. And I ordered a gray and white one. I haven't opened this up. It's been sitting in my garage for like 3 weeks. I can't believe I have not opened it up. The weather has been so cold and just, I have had too many vehicles. I finally have gotten rid of some of my, I got rid of a bunch of motorcycles. I got rid of my van. I'm working on the Porsche right now, but I was able to get that out of the garage and out of the way so we can work on this. So today we're gonna open this box up and take a look at what's inside right now. Let's go! Pull this guy out. So like I said, this is it's easy. So the next thing we should do is get this shock put together. Need to move this back a little bit on the stand. And like I said, these things are not heavy. This thing doesn't weigh very much. Oh my gosh, that's almost perfect. So the whole idea is you just got to get this bolt to slide in to the hole that's on the swing arm. And one of the things I was worried about was how much clearance I have here, because I think I need 2 inches between this tire and here. And if I put a street tire on this instead of a knobby, I definitely have enough clearance. So that is gonna work. We're gonna put this in. Oh my gosh, that's really close. Just gotta lift that back tire up a little bit. Bolts in, you got a nut that came with it. It was all set up in the shock already, or on the swing arm, so you know where it goes. This jack is just a piece of junk, but it's gonna work for what we're doing here. Get me up high enough to get this front wheel on. There's a little skid plate under here so that you don't damage anything if it does move or whatever. So all right, so then it will go like that, but right now I'm going to just go ahead and get these things spread out. There it goes. So it did need a little bit of persuading there, but once it started moving, it moved in pretty easy. And then we'll just bolt this thing back on. The caliper here has to line up with the brake pads right there, which is super easy to do. We'll just slip those in just like that. And then this came with these 2 spacers. So these spacers are pretty easy to use. There's a short one and a fat one. The fat one goes on the side where the caliper is, and the short one goes over here. So the best way to do this is kind of feed this in and get it pretty close to being in where you want it. And make sure your caliper's in between the brake pads, which they are. Okay, we'll drop that guy in just like that. Take your other spacer, put it on the other side. I had to back that bolt out just a little bit, and then we'll push it back through. Okay. We are in business here. Go on right there. Underneath here, bolts that were just barely finger tight in there. I'm just going to route all these wires through here where they're supposed to go, and maybe later we'll come back and put a zip tie on it or something. Just try to do this really carefully so you don't screw up anything. Don't cut your grips or anything like that. They actually put this on here pretty good, so it is sort of a pain in the butt to get off. Go ahead and lower this thing down. Get that stand out of there. You got a key right here. So this is one of the things that they tell you to do when you get these bikes is just change the oil. If there's oil in it, drain it out, change it up. There is oil in this one. I think I'm outside of my return window anyway, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and drain that oil, put some new oil in. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this thing sitting upright, and if we loosen up this guy here, it should let things flow a little easier. Okay, it looks like we got it all out of there. I went ahead and I replaced the drain plug, and not replaced it, but I put it back. And it never really said how much oil to use. And it looks like it's got to be less than a quart that came out of it. It's easier to pull this thing out and add a little bit more if we missed it than to try to get more out. That's all the way up to the top right there. So my plan is going to be to get this thing started, and then we'll check the oil again, and we maybe have to add a little bit more, but I think that's pretty good. fuel in this thing. Choke is all the way down. Or all the way up. Holy moly. That's the choke's all the way up. Okay, it's warming up. So it's doing better now. Brakes are working good. Easy, just kind of pumped them up a couple times after we did that expansion on the fluid to get the brakes in. It's a 125, guys. This is why I bought it though. I needed a good front brake, good front tire. I need a good frame. I actually like the swing arm. It's pretty nice. The frame is nice. I think that the other one that I had, it was a little bit different, and it had like kind of more of a custom frame in it. That it was more for like formed or cast or something. I like that one. It seems like it's more just bent tubes. But the welds on this one look way better than the ones I've had in the past. All these welds look really nice. Compared to me anyway. I can't weld at all, so I'm impressed with anybody that can get a weld to look like that. But it all looks nice, it all looks good. So that's it for this video, you guys. You get the gist of it. We'll go ahead and take a quick ride on it, let you guys see it before the sun goes down. Let's do that right now. Thanks for watching. Any of you guys out there that are subscribing, thank you so much. That helps me out a ton. I'll put the link to this bike in the description down below so you guys can click on that. Go to Amazon and buy it that way. If you use my link, it helps me out a ton. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and you will see me in the next video. Here's my wife and my doggy. But that's what we're doing. You guys don't know what I have in mind for this, so you don't get why I don't want to get it dirty. Oh my gosh, look at that deer. Hello, big deer. Hello. These are the deer that my neighbor feeds right out of his hand. Pretty impressive. Been hauling my heavy butt around. This thing does really good. Big jump. Woohoo! Yeah, suspension doesn't like it. Woohoo! Yeah.